Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z, playing a 7-point match on backgammonhub.com and see how it goes. It's going not so great so already, but yeah, this play seems okay. Not sure really what to do here. Can make the 3, bring 2 down. 8 and 21 maybe before it puts any more board together. Split now, keep the 8 points. I mean, it's a little dangerous, but seems like if I don't split now, it's going to get harder and harder. But although if I dance here, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, both this and this seem somewhat productive. Huh. There is some value in being split, but of course I could get it. The downside is, of course, I could get attacked. Yeah, maybe it's time just to lock this up. It's not obvious though. Yeah, this is a little early. Maybe if I stayed split, but even then. I mean, like when he makes the 4 point and I do something. I mean, I guess maybe that's a pass, but it's not super clear because I got the deuce point game, you know? All right, I'm probably close to winning. If he dances again, can I recube him? Cannot cube a reasonable play here. This looks good. 2s are duped. That's the 3. Boy, man. I mean, this board looks awesome, but I don't know. It's pretty important to get the backmen going and rip away the slot also. So maybe I take a little chance and do that. Oh, it did not work. I'm okay with my play, though. Yeah. I would play to the 8 point here, so as not to get batted around there. Okay. It's a plan. Can't get anything going. Looks correct. If he plays 8 to 5, and then I hit him, no, I dance horribly. Ugh. Yeah, I'll go all brute force here. Now I'll make the ace. Got this other blot flapping here. I mean, if you're gonna hit on the ace, why not just make it, you know? Wow. He's stacking like 5 guys on the 3. Woof. I guess there's another option where you play 13 to 3, 6 to 1 squared. I'm not sure how that compares. All right, it goes with it. Keeps the better block out here. No shot on the ace. So I don't know. There's some stuff going for it. Obviously, you don't love giving up the 6 point, though, you know. Yeah, it's actually a decent roll for him. If he hits and plays 7 to 6, which he will, because there's nothing else really. Oh no, I guess this is a play. I mean, the other play is better, I think, but this is a real play. All right, so crushing him here, basically. I'm wondering a little bit if this is like too good to double. Like, how does he get back in the game without rolling 6-6, you know? Okay, so I jump, he rolls a single 6. I mean, is he really taking that? I don't know. It's a little risky because he's going to get multiple chances to roll a 6-6. I don't want to leave too many blots, I guess. If he rolls a 6-3, I can just cube him, you know? I guess I want to hit this. Okay, so now he's forced off the anchor with a 6 and a. I mean, he was probably before, but now it's like really bad for him. So I guess I want to get these builders in the zone, as opposed to say concentrating on making a 6 prime. This looks okay. Block 6/6, I guess. Maybe give him 6/6 again. I like making his like ones a little bad, you know, not 6/1, but like 5/1. Yeah, some 5 duplication here. So this looks correct. I don't think he should hit and expose a third blot. I don't know. Yeah, it's good 11% of the time when I dance, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. I assume I'm doing this. I wonder if it's like this, right? Because he rolls like a single 2 or even double 2s, and I got a shot at the guy on the deuce. And if he dances, you know, I can close him out just fine. All right, let's try it. That goes a little deep. Well, I can make the 7, I guess. Nah, I'm gonna do this. Hit here? Probably not. Nice. All right, now we got 5/5 and 6/6, but of course those don't always win. We'll see. We'll see if I'm right. Okay, like staying back. Don't give him these hitting 6s. All right, I guess am I not good enough here? I guess. Back to too good. Get 6/6 to close the 2. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if I had any cube in there. All right, I'm going to stick with the plan. It's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, even though it doesn't work or whatever. All right, well, I can know. It's 5/5. Don't mind getting hit, I guess. That was a little zany. There's probably something better there. I was thinking I'm not really paying to the hits, but I guess there's something. I guess I shouldn't do that. Like I'm gonna take 3 off and play 4-1 maybe. I mean, obviously you can just take 2 off and play 4-1. Keep the block on. I was thinking, okay, he rolls like a 1-3 or something. He's opening. If he hits me, he's opening up to being attacked. But like I said, it's probably silly. Okay, let's actually try to play correctly going forward. Seems like a good default position, anyways. Well, he can play 13 to 7, 24 to 21, get all fancy if he wants, duplicates twos. It's a little exposed, though, to being attacked there, so running is fine. Running is better than playing 13 to 4, I think. All right, well, score reversed, I would cube this. It's got a lot of potential. Yeah, now a cube. She'd still take, probably. But he danced there, that'd be a big pass. This mage is pretty big here. Score makes me want to take this, though. Okay. Well, not a great attack, but I do have the stronger board. He does have a blot in his board. There's nothing super productive. And I could go up 6 to 0. Maybe not. Maybe not. Excuse me. Ooh. Yeah, I would do that also. Yeah, I mean, down 2-zip, you could reasonably, you can cube pretty aggressively. That wouldn't have been, I don't think it's a big error to cube that. I mean, he's not really winning by that much, so probably technically is not good enough. Now though, this is a little scary. Yeah, I would definitely cube that. Yeah, I mean, you get like these small score differences, you know? They matter like a huge amount when it's a recube. Okay, so, I mean, I can try to do everything. It's only 2s and 5-4 that hit, so this is probably going to be right. Is there anything else? I can run all the way, more shots, but fewer blots, and I don't get to hit them, though. Yeah, oh, and I could cover also. Yeah, I'm gonna, all right. Minimize shots. Good. 1, 2. All right, I don't want to go to the 10 point because I don't want to give him 5, 5. So this seems okay. Okay, now he's got everybody in, so maybe I do give him 5, 5 now because it's only one shot. I mean, I can make the 11, but it's a little inflexible and tough to bring home. Say he entered with a 5-1. Obviously, hey, I mean, if he rolls a 5-5, I feel like an idiot, but I think this might be right. Okay, a similar problem here. Okay, so I make the 10. It's a little hard to clear, so maybe I sort of pay now. Well, he's got the blot in his board, you know? And it's not, it's only an indirect shot. Well, he's going to make it tough for me. It would have been really tough the other way, though, had I made the 10. Okay, so yeah, he's worried about the gammon, which makes sense. Yeah, he's a favorite to save it, but not a massive favorite, I would say. So I should bear off fairly aggressively here. Like safest long term would be, I believe, to strip the 6 point. Because you get to clear it next turn. But this, my play should win slightly more gammons. And it's only like slightly safer to strip the 6. Because it's, I mean, it's just, there's 2 blot numbers after my play and 4 blot numbers after stripping the 6 like this. But you gotta, if you don't strip it, you gotta kind of pay both of them, kind of. Like you got 2 blot numbers, and then on the next roll, you're probably gonna have 4 blot numbers. Okay, so the problem with this is I get hit. I hit back, and I have this blot problem. Sometimes I pick it up though. This is better for the win though if I don't get the other guy hit, and maybe it wins more gammons, maybe not. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. One thing that bothers me about ripping is I think when he closes out a checker, even though I have 6 off, I think maybe he gets to double anyways at the score. Maybe. So the checker off I don't think really helps that much when I get hits. And I get one guy closed out. I mean, maybe he doesn't quite have a cube there, but he's going to like creep up to an efficient cube a lot. It's possible I'm overthinking that one, though. Oh, hey, Brad. Right. Yeah, I can see it. It does seem like, I mean, it does seem something like a close call to me. So probably like little differences here and there will swing it. Like if I had one more checker off, I might want to rip for like better gammons. Maybe. Well, we'll take a look at the computer analysis afterwards. I mean, maybe not playing this that well. But it's an opportunity to learn. Somewhere I like the structure, 3 guys on the 9, you know. Very flexible. Nice blocking. All right, that's 2. Yeah, I can make a second anchor. I mean, it's a little more stuck than if I place a guy in the 20, but I might be playing a back game at some point. Right. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I actually didn't think about it that deeply. All right. I mean, I could do this, although it's really hard to contain those guys. Maybe I should try this. Or is there something else? Make the 2. That doesn't look right. Okay, this looks a little funky, but does some good things. Okay, 1s and 2s will hit. Yeah, I don't like this. Down 4. I'm up 4-0. I mean, can I even take this? Yeah, every play looks bad, you know? I mean, I scoop it up for money. Scoop it up for money. Seems like it'd be pretty reasonable to cube this for money, though, and it's fairly gammonish. So I'm gonna let this go. XG like 6-3, yeah. Yeah, it leaves. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. It leaves like 6 to 3 squared leaves like a fairly clean home front, despite the loss of the 6 point. This score makes this a little questionable. Oh, so Bob and I are meeting tomorrow. Do you think you can? Do you think you can make it? And David says he probably will come also. And I thought actually Matt was back in town too. So we might have like a real. We might have a real game. Oh, okay, cool. Right, yeah, we have. I know we have the online tournament that day. I might, depending how late Bob and I play, I might skip it. Or if I'm just sick of playing, which also can happen. Oh, and that guy John we played with on Saturday, who seems like a nice guy. He says he's interested in playing with us on Saturdays and during the week. We'll see if that actually happens, but it'd be nice to get him in the game because he seems like a good guy. Right? Yep, makes sense. They're doing okay here. Game's sort of up for grabs. Right. I don't know. He seems like a guy. Yeah, he seemed like a guy who like he used to play like way back when, and like now he's sort of getting back into the game. He says, but he seems like a smart person, so he could probably improve quickly if he really wanted to. If he like put some work into it. Hmm. All right, what the heck am I doing here? Backman don't. I can't move the backman with a 6 unless I run from here. So this is a play. Race was close. Excuse me. Hitting I don't know, the 6 is quite bad. So maybe it is this. Bit archaic on checker play, but more solid when you'd expect. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, it never gets hit in the outfield. Race is close, so it seems like a decent goal with this number. Guess I could step up 22 to 20 also. Maybe this constrains him a little back there. Oh, here's another idea. Hmm. All right, let's try this. There might be a bunch of close stuff there. I blocked this. All right, maybe now it's time to step up. He's got kind of more lumber on me now. Yeah, sometimes sort of the old school ideas that seem like wrong now, they're actually like okay. Like playing like I don't know, playing super safe sometimes, or even like slotting aggressively sometimes. I know those are in I know those aren't the same thing, but you do see some old school type players play like super duper safe. But a lot of times that's actually right. They know depending on the position. It's what makes backgammon so hard. Like there's no like one. Sometimes it's right to play like crazy, and sometimes it's right to play just like really stodgy. There's no like what I'm saying is like there's very few like hard and fast rules that you can like follow and play well. You just gotta like kind of adapt to whatever comes. Right. Oh boy, I'm sort of regretting not playing 12 to 11 earlier. Although rolls a 6 here, I'm looking pretty good. Certain 6 is like 6-2, 6-5 anyways. Okay, this is fine. I'm not making the 4, am I? Given all these hitting 2s. Gain's big on 6-5, I guess. All right. Could roll like a 5-1. Oh, no, most of his 5s are bad. All right. I don't think I can cube this down in the race so much. Shoot. All right, 9 pips. Little bit of contact, but not enough, I would say. Especially at the score. Yeah, score. I guess score could matter there. It's like gammon go type score, maybe. Well, I got a pretty big edge here, but probably not enough to cube at the score. Score reversed, you cube this. Good retort. Yeah, pretty reasonable just to play safely with this awesome 5 prime. Oh, I don't know if I can resist this, Brad. Don't know if I should resist it. Yeah. All right, so it's 2 away, 5 away. Seems relevant. Give me 1 sec. Excuse me. Yeah, it's okay at the score. Doesn't look super threatening though. Two-way, four-away would be a different story. Alrighty, I assume I'm hitting twice here and hoping for the best because you can argue I'm winning here. If I just make the four, say, seems like I'm losing. All right, did work. Not sure about this though. A little scared to hit at the score. So good when it works. Sheesh, chickening out. Chickening out would have hit me. Wrong three, dum dum. Miss, please. Yes. Yeah, the score definitely gave me a little pause there. But I don't know, I'm getting gammon the other way too sometimes. I hate these plays. Race is so close though that I'm going to hold the four, not give him anything. Even though he's got the blot. Okay, yeah, a little tough to clear, but the race is so close that blocking sixes is sort of key, I think. Okay, he's going. 6-6 closes him out. 5-5 is fine. Good. You may go or stay, I don't care. You may go or stay, I don't care. All right, I think this is worth it for the race. Is there no blot numbers here, I think, although aces get a little awkward sometimes. No, this is fine. Let me try to get this right. Okay. Get in there. Good. Good, good. Whew. All right, let me start up XG. Yeah, I don't expect a particularly low error rate here. Yeah, 3-4. Okay. Let's see what XG says though. Oh no, I hate how now it can put it's 50-50, but it can put the opponent on the bottom when you import it into XG now. I don't like how it does that. It used to work. It used to work better. So now you got to swap board. I think I did make an issue for that, but I guess it's not a priority. Okay, so what's going on here? Okay, so I'm on the bottom. We'll just look at my errors. Yeah, it did come down a little bit next to you. So I just made one checker play blunder and like a few cube things. You can't keybind to the swap board. I see, right. So you got to go to analyze. No, sorry. Action swap board. Yeah, there's no There's no like Control S or whatever because that's save. One cute thing that some people might not know about, if you want to switch the direction that you're going in, not the top bottom, but the left right, you can go Control left and Control right. So that could be helpful. So actually, it would be nice if Control up and Control down switched the top and bottom. That'd be cool. But XG is not in development anymore, I think. So no, I think there's not much chance of us getting another update. It's been probably what 10 years or more since the last XG update. Okay, so let's go through this. Seems like a lot of tough decisions. Yeah, clockwise. Yeah, clockwise, counterclockwise. Yeah, that's a better way to do it than say left and right, I think. So less ambiguous, as you say. Okay, so. Okay, good. No, I got this right. I wasn't like 100% sure of this because obviously there's some decently productive stuff like this or this. But I don't know. It's sort of good to split when he only has 8 guys here. And it seems pretty important to get the backmen going in some fashion. Right, yeah, 1 to 2 million. I'd be surprised if he didn't take 1 million for it, you know. Someone dangles $1 million in front of his face. Wouldn't turn that down. Depending on how well off he is already. I don't know how well off he is. He actually, the software is like super cheap for what it is. You know, like Snowy, the previous best bot, that was like $300 for a full version or something, and that was back in like 2000 or whatever. He sells it for like $60. I mean, admittedly, there is GNU Backgammon also, which is free, but still, I mean, it's such a useful tool for what? For such a cheap price. Yeah. So if do you know? Like, I don't think they can. Like, if someone bought it, say for $1 million, they couldn't just void everyone's license for it, right? Like they couldn't legally make it unplayable on your computer, right? I mean, they could probably like do it, but I don't think that would be legal as far as what I think, anyways. Because unless, I mean, it depends though. It depends on what the license said when you bought it. Exactly what the license said. I don't think it would have allowed, you know, someone to take it away from you, you know. Anyways, if that happened, people might just work on. I guess people might just work on GNU and make GNU more like XG, you know. Anyway, so yeah, do find this. Yeah, so I mean, it'd be like if white owned is 8 points, it'd be like a little more dangerous to split, and I might still do it, but I'd have to think about it a little more. Because it's sort of like good to split while the guy only has 8 checkers here. So, for instance, like I'm thinking like this position. So a little iffier to split, I think. Yeah, so he's closer. And you maybe want to think about doing something like this or this. But it's still right to split. Well, I was thinking like, yeah, no, I see what you're saying. To get a position that actually could occur. But I actually was thinking about the position with a checker from the midpoint to the 8-point move. But yeah, it's a little hard to see how this could happen in a real game. So you were thinking like this, which maybe can happen more easily. Yeah, so here splitting is close, but this is arguably better. Okay, so yeah, I do split correctly. He goes after me correctly. I roll a 2-1. I think a little bit about staying split and playing a productive ace on my side of the board. But yeah, it does open me up to some attacking stuff. So I do lock up the anchor. Computer likes to have cubes somewhat early. He tries to escape, which seems sort of reasonable. So I often think of this as like, this maybe isn't a super productive way to think about this. I just want to think about this as like 8.5 checkers in the zone because this guy doesn't bear on an open inner board point. Like I think of this as 9 in the zone and this is 8.5 in the zone. Yeah, still like splitting by a good margin. Like here would be more dangerous to split, so it's closer, right? But I heard Albert, like I used to say, oh, we had 8.5 in the zone when I used to shoot it with Albert a lot, and then I heard him say it once. I'm like, oh yeah, I came up with that. I guess Albert thinks it's like a useful concept. All right, so he tries to escape. I try not to not let him escape. It works for turn. Okay, this is close. Right, yes, absolutely. Okay, so I'm a little surprised this is close. I mean, my first impulse was definitely to lock up this awesome 4-point, but boy, it just enters, and these, regardless of whether he makes this point, these backmen are pretty stuck, fairly stuck, I would say. So I try to do everything. I try to get these guys going and hit. But of course, yeah, the downside is, of course, any 3 plus 1, 1 plus 2, 2. Yeah, you're paying 2 pretty big. Is it like a cubeful thing? Yeah, it is a little bit of a cubeful thing, actually. Cubeless, my play of hitting twice is better by 0.04. So maybe what the computer's saying is black gets in a good cube on the dances here anyways. So there's no need to take the extra risk of hitting twice. Missing 5 points, right? Oh, hey, Alex. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, not only is it kind of a builder for the inner board, but it has these, it has this like outfield control aspect to it. Yeah, I think we might have talked about this at one point, but yeah, I'm always getting this position or the second roll position wrong, where Ed always makes fun of me for this. The opponent runs, and then you roll 5-2 here. Like I reflexively split because I learned from McGreal's Backgammon 25 years ago that once the guy escapes a guy, you should provoke contact by splitting, right? But the computer doesn't like this play. The computer wants to bring 2 down for money, anyways. Because I think you mentioned this to me once, Alex. Because it's outfield control, right? You want to control the 8s and the 9s because White's eager to escape. White's eager to escape. With say a 6-3 with that number. So you want to you want that outfield shooter out there. 11 better for yeah, right. Yeah, so you're saying it's like better here than usually the builder on the 9 is better because it bears on more inner board points. But yeah, it doesn't have that. It doesn't have such a nice like containment aspect, especially after the guy escapes a guy. So I think 6-5, 5-4. I think you do split there for the reason you said, and because the builder on the 9 is very powerful. I don't think it's that close either. Yeah, it's not super close. 5-2 split, 5-2 is down. I thought that was very close. So you're saying 5, okay, so 5-2 split, 5-2. Yeah, so one nice thing about putting a checker on the 11 after your opponent splits with the 2 is 6-4 is duplicated and 5-3 is blocked. right? So he will hit with 6-4, but he has to forgo making the awesome anchor to do it. So you can, if you don't count 6-4 as a shot, it's really only like 6-2, 4-4, and 2-2 is duplicated there. So it's not usually like you don't love a checkers in your outfield when the guy splits, but here there's like so much like duplication and blockage that you have 5-2. I mean, I'm sure you're right that the computer prefers down. I think it is close though, right? I think it's very close. So like a gammon save type score, you do split. Yeah, dupe 6-4, right? Utility 5.02. Yeah, so this is the 6.552. Yeah, it's around 0.02 or something. No, it's just like Ed. You know, I did that play against Ed once. And he was like, "Oh, I want to bet that play," and I'm like, "No, you're too confident. I'm not gonna bet you. I know you're right." But then like ever since it's come up, like I try to remember it, and I still like split, and then he kind of like laughs at me because I still can't get it right. Because it's just deeply ingrained in my brain that I want to split. Oh, Ed Ahola, I don't know if you know him. He doesn't play in a ton of tournaments. Yeah, not Ed O'Loughlin. Ed O'Loughlin died sort of recently, didn't he? I always liked Ed. He seemed like an interesting guy. I mean, a little. I mean, I only knew him when he was like kind of old and cantankerous a little bit. But I actually liked the guy. He was good friends with Herb. I was like Herb Gerland. I was very good friends with Herb, and we used to talk about it. He was Ed and Herb was good friends. I remember. Anyways. Anyways, okay, so the 2-3 is close. 2-3 wants to play 10 instead of 18. I mean, this does expose me to entering sixes. 10 is like 10, I guess. He's up on the bar, so I guess 10 is like okay for attacking. Again, it doesn't really bear on the inner board, but you might hit loose with a 6-1 or something after a dance. So I can buy it. 4-2. Okay, so here it doesn't want to go for the blitzy play. Even though ones are duplicated. That surprises me a little bit. I mean, this is a little more dangerous, admittedly. Three blots around the board. Ones and sixes can hit back here. Twos are, yeah, this is quite a bit safer, I guess. I don't know. It still looks better to me. Everything's all nicely connected, I don't think it's a cubeful thing. No, not really. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a little too exposed, I guess. And I do get sort of punished. Okay, I thought he should just go like brute force here. Hit this other guy later, not let me enter with a hit, Yeah. Yeah, so you do the computers play. Yeah, the sixes are bad, except for like 1-6-3-6, say. And even those aren't that good. Yeah, I guess that's what I wasn't really thinking about. Obviously, the entering sixes are all great for him here. They are duplicated though. Same with ones being duplicated. Yeah, so he kind of gets a little fancy here, making the 7, but you just go brute force. 5-5. 5-5 was interesting. I don't know what he was going to do. Keep the nice block, not leave any shots, but give up the 6 point, or keep the 6 point and leave a shot with a crappy stack on the 3. Turns out it's pretty close. Okay, so I can't double before the roll here. Almost. Maybe. Probably rolls out to be a cube, actually. Due to there's just the crappiness of the position. But boy, this would really be a hard play. This would be a hard cube to find, though. I mean, assuming this is a cube. And then I crush him. And then I think this is too good, but maybe it's a little optimistic. I don't know. No, it probably rolls out to be too good. I'm just thinking Okay, so I roll like an average number where I jump or something, and then he rolls like a single six. I can probably still cube him, you know. It's just I'm paying to like 6-6, and the backgammon is a little tough to convert from here. Right, and then yeah, just deterioration. It becomes like clearly too good. Yeah, a million ways to spread things out. Probably a bunch of ways to spread things out. Okay, the 13, 8, 12. Oh, I see. Okay, so the computer's concentrating on getting two builders for when the guy jumps with a 6. And it keeps the anchor so it doesn't give him a good 3-1-1-1, say. I see. So what does my play do? So that seems like good goals. I mean, so what does my play do? Okay, so my play gets one builder but better outfield coverage. But it does open this guy up to certain hits, certain decent hits. I mean, I'm paying to 3-3 a little bit versus the other play, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can see sort of both plans being somewhat close. I don't know if, I mean, assuming the computer's even right about this, I don't know if humans can really distinguish between these two. Like they're somewhat different plays. So like I don't know how you can really get this right consistently. Makes 3-2 anti-Joker. So my play, well, my play get a shot, but the other oh, that's cute. Yeah, if I know he's rolling 3-2, I do this. Yeah, no, that's good eye. I didn't see that. That's hard to see. Right, like you do the computer's play, 3-2 is safe. You do my play, I get a shot at him. Yeah, that's cute. Huh. Yeah, so without that, I guess this would be even more clear. I mean, assuming this is actually correct, I mean, I assume like the better the player someone is, the more likely they are to guess correctly on this. But I think everyone's will be sort of guessing, you know. I think that's probably that's the right way to think about it. You know, the plays are so close; they're somewhat different. I don't think humans can really expect to get this right consistently. Yeah, and then I'm playing on here just on the chance that just on the chance that he rolls a 6 and gets trapped off the anchor. You know, some risk though. He rolls 6-6. He could get back in this. Oh, you know, I didn't really consider giving up, say, the 8 or the 7 point here, but there is some merit to it. Right, so now he's trapped off on 4s also. Problem is I'm not in a great position to like close him out because the checkers are a little far from home. So I do something where I like bring builders closer, block 6-6 a little. Yeah, I can buy it. Yeah, I guess that's one way you can get a handle on it. List the swing numbers. I do that in some positions, but I'm a little too lazy to do that there, I think. 5-4. Yeah, like here now that I have like more checkers in the zone. And maybe I should be thinking about giving up the 7 point here or whatever. Obviously getting hit with 4s. Including 4-1, which probably isn't that great to be hit with because you got 2 on the roof. But yeah, you trap them off the anchor with 4s and 6s here, and you can close them out more easily. Maybe I didn't think about this because like I was thinking, oh, okay, so he's got some bad 1s here. Like if I just stay back, if I just do the normal thing and stay back, he's got some like 5-1, for instance, exposed to the 3rd blot. Computer doesn't like that plan though. Like it wants to leave that, get better outfield control, continue to block 6-6. I mean that's another problem with my play. It doesn't block 6-6, you know. 2 point. Well, black's, yeah, black's 5-5, right? Doesn't black 4-4, right? Yeah, he runs out with 4-4. If you make you're saying like the 5-4 here. Computer wants to do this. Let him out on 6-6 and 4-4. I mean, one nice thing about you own the cube here, so when things start going badly, you can often just use the cube. So often, like you make these like more volatile plays when you own the cube and you're playing on for the gammon. All right, but anyways, he does run off the anchor. I get this great 5-5. I go after him. I'm feeling good. I make a cute play here. Cover the ace, then slot the 2, because I figure, okay, if he rolls a 2, I got a shot at this guy. I might hit a third checker. If he dances, this is fine. I can just close him out. I miss the shots. He does anchor. I kind of like having him out on both 6s and 5s. He does make a 3-point board though, and then he rolls 6-6. I assume I can't cube here. You know, this would be crazy. I'm losing by a huge margin. Right. Oh, I thought a little bit about cubing here when I had the shot, but yeah, no, the game's up for grabs apparently. But I get him. I'm too good again. Whatever. And eventually he does anchor. Still worth it to play on. Oh, then I get a little zany here. I should just do this. I should just do the normal thing. But I don't know. I wanted the third checker off, so I did this silly thing. I mean, if he rolls a 1-3 or something, I mean, I guess he's hitting, but then I get to attack him. I don't know. This is fine too, getting a third checker off this way. But I do not get the gammon. Okay. Oh yeah, I think a little bit. I would cube this if the score was reversed. It was down 0-2 instead of up 0-2. But I get like a decent sequence, and I think, well, I thought about cubing him last turn, so I can cube him this turn. Turns out it's a little early at the score. Fine. I get to go after him. Get another builder in the zone. Keep the midpoint. I roll a kind of a bad number. So I start disengaging from the back, get another builder for the 5. Computer actually likes this by a little bit because there's great builders for both the 5 and the 2. It looks a little funny, but there's actually a tremendous amount of duplication here. It's only 5-2, 5-5 that hits weirdly. It's only 3 shots here. That's crazy. Yeah, so maybe if I thought in those terms, I could have found this. But often with just one on the roof, you do want to start disengaging from the back. Because let's say he anchors on the 2, you will have wanted to play this for sure. You know, get the backmen going when the guy has an anchor. Gammon price has to be decent. Okay, so I see. Yeah, put you at Crawford to win a gammon, although I'm up in the match, you know. So if I had to guess, and I don't have a great handle on this stuff, I would guess that XG has the gammon price at less than 0.5 here because of the match lead, but I'm not sure. Another factor is the Crawford game you're getting to by winning a double gammon is Crawford odd away. I think it tends to be better to get the point to get to Crawford even away. In other words, he needs an odd number of points to win the match. So let's see what I know you won't see the pop up, but let's see what XG says. Okay, so you go to analyze cube information. Cube on 2, I am black. Gammon value. No, you're right. It's more valuable than money. It's 0.55. Right? Is it because like you get to the Crawford game with the doubled gammon? Is that why it's like so valuable? thought so, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, we can check what XG says. Things are more valuable in general. I see. So let's check that other. Let's check that other. Okay, so analyze cube information. So instead of 5 away, 7 away, 5 away, 6 away. Okay, so 5 away, 7 away. Yes, 0.55. 5 away, 6 away. It's 0.6. So yeah, even though the score is a little less lopsided, the computer does think the gammons are more valuable when you're getting to the even away Crawford score. Six away, 7 away. Okay, so 6 away, 7 away is similar to 5 away, 7 away. It's 0.54. Now, that number is like cubeless. It doesn't quite tell the whole story. In other words, if white gets to double at some point, which he doesn't get to do very aggressively, the gammons aren't. The gammon is voided. Is mostly voided. So it doesn't tell the whole story. Like you could argue that even though the gammon price is 0.55, it's actually less valuable than for money cubeful. But it's actually the money gammon value comes down for the same reason. So it's probably not right. Okay, well that was helpful. Yeah, no, it's good to know that even the Crawford odd away, the gammons tend to be more valuable, even when up in the match like this. Anyways, he does get to anchor. Like he anchors, and I'm like glad I played the previous 6-3 the right way. Yeah. Anyways, it goes after me. I'm a little stuck. Yeah, I start getting concerned about being cubed here due to the score. Like I don't think you're cubing this for money, say. At least redoubling. But yeah, just 2 points. This is a difference of 2 points in the match. Relatively short match. It matters a ton for the recubes, you know? Like this is the score-based eval. Money eval recube. Yeah, see, it's like huge no double for money. Pretty big redouble at the score. So that you see how much like this, just the 2 point difference matters when it comes to recubes. Much lower effect for the initial cube. Like it's not such a big initial cube at the score. It's not crazy to cube it for money. But yeah, redoubles tend to have huge effects. At least the score effect tends to be huge. Because I basically have very little recube vig to 8 there. So yeah, it looks like he missed a cube, at least one, maybe more later on. Yeah, you can double. You can offer all these like swashbuckling doubles at the score. Okay, yeah. Somehow this like wasn't. I mean, after looking at it, I was like pretty sure my play was right by a lot, jumping and hitting. But because it was 3 blots, I took like a little bit of time on this, you know. Four blots even. 4 blots even. Like you can do this, just leave 1 exposed blot, or this, just leave 1 blot total. But you obviously get away with this, and you're super happy because he's up on the bar a lot, and it minimizes shots. Swashbuckling, right? I think Roberti said something. I think Roberti had like I don't think it was swashbuckling, but Roberti says something similar in advanced backgammon. Oh, well, he said you should be like he said for the recubes, you should be like a cowboy. He said he's like an aggressive cowboy or something. I don't know. Like you can intimidate your opponent by offering like aggressive recubes. Okay, but anyway, so I get away with that play. I come home making sure not to leave 5-5. Here I do leave 5-5 because there is a completely safe play where you make the 11, I think, which I think would be the choice of some players. But boy, what a big error that is. It's just like, I don't know, like even when he dances, you're probably going to leave a couple shots there out on the outfield anyways. When he enters this point, you're likely leaving a direct shot there. So you leave one shot now for a more flexible position for when he enters or when he dances, you know. And it's even better to leave like two shots than make the 11. Two shots, two blots, you know. Yeah, similar stuff here, right? You can leave nothing. But again, it's like some huge error to do this. It's good, you know, it's good to leave the shot now while he has the blot, right? And if he just covers or something, this point's like really hard to bring home. So you leave 6 shots now for a much easier ride home when missed. Yeah, and I do get home. Is this the game I get hits? No, I have to leave a shot. Right, quite close here. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly how I thought about it. Oh, I screwed this up. I want to take 2 off. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, so I guess it's a big. I guess it's Oh no, it wins a bunch more gammons. Yeah, I thought maybe. I mean, I'm always saying like this odd even thing doesn't matter that much, but I think it matters. It matters a lot here. You get to No, it doesn't matter here. Sorry. Um, yeah, so bearing 2 off, despite the fact that it leaves an odd number of checkers, does win a ton more gammons because you're likely to miss or take 3 off at some point. Like to take 1 or 3 off at some point. So yeah, I think the odd even thing doesn't matter much here. I was giving it some weight, so I thought, oh, okay, maybe the checker off isn't a big deal for the gammon, but it is. And also, if you get hit, you definitely want the checker off. Okay, so I guess it is a big take if you have 6 off, and then you get hit and closed out. All right, so that was the reason why part of the reason why I didn't think the checker off was a big deal. I thought maybe due to the score, if I do this, I get hit and closed out. I thought maybe he still had like a decent cube here due to the score. Now I think that's wrong though. Based on what play was right. Yeah, it's some easy take. I mean, it's still probably an okay cube. But maybe he has to get the guys home first. But yeah, it's not super efficient or anything. Yeah, yeah. The gammon value also matters a little bit, so it might be a little closer for money. Yeah, yeah. I guess I was thinking about this all wrong. Hmm. So maybe that was my one checker play blunder. Oh yeah, I was also worried. I was also worried about leaving a blot in my board. Right, like you make the computers play. He hits, you hit back. You got this problem blot here. Um, I guess it doesn't matter that much though. Oftentimes you enter with a 1-1, 1-2, 1-3. You get to pick that up. Huh. Yeah, I heard that somewhere, Brad. But I got away with it and I win a single game. Okay. Go after him here. So I'm up 4-0 here. All right, so you enter with the 2 and you can either pop out or bring a checker down. Like slightly prefers popping out actually, which surprises me a little bit. Hmm. Yeah, usually I always say backgammon is a game for optimists. In other words, like you want to do things that have like a reasonable chance of working out and do something great when they work out. Sort of like a decent default position when deciding on a play. So like there, I guess that argues for like ripping two, right? Because you got an okay chance with a gammon, and the checker off is I guess is nice when you get hits because the blot isn't such a big deal. All right, so I make a second anchor here. I think a little bit about getting this guy ready to spring, but race is quite bad. I might get hit again and end up playing a back game. So the second anchor seemed more important. All right, so I make the 7 nicely. Game sort of up for grabs here. Okay, yeah, this is the 3-3 play. Okay, oh, I didn't give this, I didn't really think about this that much. Keeping the, I think I did see it, but it looks a little funny to me to break to let him out on both 5s and 6s, get hit on 5s. Admittedly, getting hit's not a big deal because it might improve the back game timing. So the computer thinks that's close with this other plan. Where you don't leave anything, you keep more of a block, but you really screw up your home board. Yeah, it is easier for white to escape here than here for sure. This is a little hard to put back together though. That 6 point, the 6 point is likely going to stay open for a while. And then 13-1, I saw 13-1 also. But boy, I mean, how do you make progress here? Yeah, so he does escape. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, this is fairly. I mean, 0.05 is a real error, but um, I didn't know what to do. So 0.05 for a complicated position like this is a complicated score. Yeah, I don't think this is too bad. It might even roll out to be a pass. Who knows? Yeah, for money, I just scooped this out. But it's a little gammon. It's not that gammon. It's only 10%, 11% gammons. I sort of thought it was a little more gammonish than that, which made me pass. If I knew it was only like 11% gammons, I probably would have found the take. So this score usually only care about winning a single anyways from a position like that. I see. Too fragmented to rack up G's, and you'd rather not give them away, right? Yeah, I don't know if I think in exactly in those terms, but yeah, I do think that like you're up 4-zip. You want to play a little gammon save-ish. But I think of it in terms of I usually think of it in terms of the cube, right? Like if you play just a boring like racing or holding game that's very non-gammonish, the leader might get to use the cube. If it's some like blitzy position or whatever where it's very gammonish, the leader doesn't really get to use the cube very much. So that's usually how I think about like playing gammon save at this score where you're up a bunch. Hmm. So anyways, yeah, here I knew this was a little questionable. I mean, the hit's kind of gross to strip the 8 points, and the anchor's okay. So at the score again, like this is a little bit of score based play here. Like okay, so making the anchor wins fewer gammons than the hit play, and it loses fewer gammons, right? So it meshes with the leader's cube strategy more so than hitting does. Like score reversed, down 1-4, you do hit here because that again that uppers the gammons for both sides, which is sort of good for the trailer. Yeah. Oh, I see. Because of the stack area, that's a factor too. Um, this extra guy on the 8. But I think like for money, I think like score reversed, you make my play. Score like it is, you make the computer's play. And I think for money is like close. right? Like this is where I'm up in the match. This is where I'm losing the match. And say 0-0 to 7. Yeah, it's close, right? So sort of a good illustration. Like if you realize that it's close for money or a 0-0, you should be able to get it right at both those scores. Violence, yeah. Huh. Yeah, I'm so used to like playing. I mean, so used to playing for money. Like even though it arguably may be a little wrong for money, I don't know. But like I would always do this for money, just because it complicates the game and it wins more gammons. I like winning. I like winning 4. But at the match score, maybe I should do the other one. Except against a weaker player, it's not bad to complicate the game. All right, you hit and then either play 13 to 8 or 23 to 18. Here I make a second anchor and the computer doesn't like it. Yeah, I guess here you're like it's unlikely I'm playing a back game since white has 4 men back. So the computer does something more disengagey. Keeps the spare on the midpoint. Yeah, this is a better play. Yeah, second anchor is just not important here. Yeah, you want to get guys going. You want to remain flexible in the backfield. That'd be okay too, maybe. Yeah, some maybe similar stuff here. Okay, so let's see. So 20. Yeah, computer wants to play 22 to 13. Yeah, why wouldn't you do that? What did I do? Oh, I'm so enamored with my second anchor, but yeah, it's just not. It's just not. It's just not. The race is pretty. I'm not playing a back game here, so yeah, the second anchor is not that important. Here, I'm leaving a triple shot in the outfield. Yeah, this is a bad play. Yeah, I got the wrong game plan in mind here. Especially during this, like if I keep both anchors and end up playing a back game somehow, sort of bad for the gammon. Again, not great at the score. Yeah, even here, it doesn't mind running over, making the 2. All right, I get the picture. I should be running here. Good. Give up the anchor to run. Excellent. Finally. Yeah. Yeah, play it. I mean, if I think about it just as like a 5-point holding game, seems like a fine game plan with the race fairly close. All right, so yeah, get the picture with the 6-4 finally. Yeah, here it doesn't want to leave a shot, which makes sense. Although yeah, it doesn't mind it though. It doesn't mind this leaving a 2 shot. I guess 4-2 yeah, 4-2 he probably doesn't even hit. 1-1 maybe doesn't hit. I don't know. But yeah, nothing wrong with this or this. Leaving nothing in the outfield. Yeah, here I step up because it's getting a little dangerous to be back there. All right, get a decent run number. Race is close. No longer trapped. 1-1. Oh yeah, I sort of regret. Later on, I regretted not playing 12 to 11 because it became like I do my play and say the timing doesn't work out in my favor. It might be a little hard to clear the 12 later. But I do get to more. If I don't make the 11, I do get to do more building stuff on my side of the board. And if the timing does work out, I'm putting more pressure on his 15 point. So it turns out it's very close. Fine. 60. Yeah, this is where I start regretting it. Right? See how it's getting a little iffy out there. If I do my play, like unless I roll like 2 big numbers, it might be a little hard to play productively. And he still has some time out here. Not after the 5-5 though. 12 to 6. Oh, leaves the shot here. Leaves the shot early because of the 2 blots in white's board to get good flexibility. And I keep the board in decent shape. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. I thought about it here. I thought about keeping a blot out here now. Oh, so Brad, you're right that it's like maybe a little score dependent. It's like close. It's like close enough, where you win and lose more gammons by doing this. So this is the gammon. This is probably the gammon go play. I see. There might be some cube. There might be some cube thing going on here also. Yeah, my play's better. My play's a little better cubeless. Yeah, tricky. But yeah, obviously the benefit is obviously the downside is you're getting hit with deuces, like all deuces. Of course, the upside is you make the computers play. He rolls a bad 6, 6-1, 6-5. You get a double shot, and actually any six. Say he rolls like a 6-4. It's only a single shot, but you have your board locked up. Any six is up for 6-6. Yeah, I mean, you were closer than me, I think, because, I thought, at least at the score, I thought this would be like a real error. Not given the twos. But you got a number of VIGs to it. Yeah, then I'm dead. Fine. Yeah, usually for money, I think I make the I take more of a priming approach against the low white point. So I think usually for money I do this. But at the score, you want to play a little gammon save-ish up in the match. So I make the anchor, which is probably fine for money also. Apparently I miss a cube this game. Not here. I think about it here a little bit. But it'd be pretty bad, right? Yeah, pretty bad. Oh, and then I lock this up. And then why don't I double this? Yeah, he's a little stuck back there. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty stuck back there. So despite the score, the computer does want to cube this. Interesting. I think I would have found this cube as 0-0. And certainly if I was down 2-4. But yeah, I didn't think I was, because of the race, he's winning the race. I don't have any builders here. I didn't think this was that strong, but apparently I'm wrong. Oh yeah, and then the 2-2. Yeah, there's nothing else really. This would be okay. Getting the backmen going. 726, 837. Yeah, similar difference cubeless. But yeah, obviously the 6 prime has its merits. Oh, it does give this one shot. Maybe he can't double after he rolls a 1. I don't know. 5 away. Yeah, so if you're up 3 away, 5 away. Right, that's often not that different than money, depending on the gammon situation. So I can see like little score differences mattering, like 3 away, 4 away. So you think that's not a cube at 3 away, 4 away, but it is a cube at 3 away, 5 away. I can buy that. I guess he's getting more power. He gets more powerful recubes at 3 away, 4 away. So okay, so let's go back. So this is the score. This is the match score. It's a small double. This is 3 away, 4 away. No, it's a pass at 3 away, 4 away. I guess he's not getting. I mean, this score is very tricky because he gets extremely powerful recubes, but the nominal take point is quite high. So it's a little tricky to evaluate, Yeah, like for instance, let's see what the dead cube take point of the score for the trailer is very high, I think. The dead cube take point. Yeah, the dead cube take point. I think someone told me this number recently. It's 35%. White's take point is 35% of the score. Um, but that doesn't really tell the story because of this. He gets such powerful recubes. White gets such powerful recubes at this score, this 4-way, 3-away score. So it's like way different. Yeah, yeah. The score is just so tricky. Like I know a lot of times, if you're 3-away and your opponent's 4-away, you should like pass like the holding games that are like close takes for money will be like big passes at the score. If you're not liable to getting like an efficient recube at some point. Um, it's sort of an important concept because it comes up fairly frequently. Like let's say black has the holding game, right? And let's say white has this inflexible position. So what is this for money? So white's hugely up in the race, but he doesn't have great timing. Okay, so it's close pass. Okay. Well, actually, let's go back to that. Let's go back to this one and give black like a nice structure. Okay, yeah, like this is a close take for money. Oh, this holding game probably it might roll out to be a little stronger. But okay, so white's hugely up in the race. So black doesn't really have much race, but because white's timing isn't great, he doesn't have a lot of time before clearing the midpoints. Like the timing's a little bad, so like likely black might get a chance to hit him at some point. So the computer thinks black has like just enough to take this. Let's say black is 3-away, and white is 4-away. Black's way to win this is to hit. It's not to raise. So when black hits, it's going to be like this huge pass. So in other words, black is not likely to get in an efficient cube here. So that means like the take point is like closer to 35 than it normally would be. Like the cubeful take point, say, is like closer to 35 than like 20, say, or than 22, whatever it is. So this is like some big pass at the score, even though black is down in the match. Sorry, 3-away, 4-away. Yeah, sorry, this is the score that I'm talking about. White is 3-away, black is 4-away. Wait, do I have that score right? Yes, yeah. Yeah, some big pass. So it's funny. So it comes up. Money. You're down in the match by 1, and you're 4-away, and you should pass. So it's sort of important to like understand this stuff. Pass was an option of 4-away, 3-away. Right. Yeah, I mean, if it's like a gammonish position, on the other hand, if it's like some gammonish position where like white wins a bunch of gammons and you're 4-away, and it's like a marginal take pass for money, it's going to be like a take at the score because you're not paying as big to the gammons. So it's sort of like difficult nuances to understand. Live cube take point at 4-away, 3. When you're 4-away and he's 3-away. I thought it said like low 20s. Yeah. All right, sorry. So Alex, you're saying when like the score we were just talking about, when you're 4-away and he's 3-away, and you're getting doubled. I thought it said low 20s there because the recube is so powerful. So let me check that though. Okay, so I go to analyze cube information. Black is 4 away. White is 3 away. Black's live, Black's live cube take point, it says it's 21.10. Now it could be that 28 is about right in certain like racy situations. But there I would expect like a lower take point than 28. Yeah, black's 4 away, white 3 away. Gotcha. Oh yeah. I'll see you tomorrow maybe, Brad. Either live or online. But yeah, hopefully we got a decent chouette tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for chatting. Anyways, let's go back to the match. I can't actually remember where we were in all that discussion. We're around here. Okay, no, I passed this. Yeah, this is a game we're on. And then apparently I miss a cube here. I guess maybe I overemphasized the score. I make the 6 prime, and then yeah, I cast something that's a little too good. I can buy that. At the time I was thinking, oh, maybe you can take because of the counter prime, but yeah, no, its counter prime is terrible. And I have the shot at the, I have the 4 shot. And like stuff like 6-6, which is blocked, 5-5, blitz pretty well, so it has a pretty strong position. 6-5, 4-1. So incidentally, I very rarely look at like the live cube take point, just because I don't know, it assumes like maximal efficiency, so it often doesn't tell a lot of the story. Okay, so anyways, 13-7, 6-4 here. So, okay, so this is the 2 away, 5 away game. Yeah, I was not concerned about being cubed here. It is a decent cube at the score though. For 2 away, 4 away, 2 away, it'd probably be a pass. Okay, yeah, here, yeah, I thought this is a little risky over the alternative of just making the 5 or making the 4, say. But I thought you can argue your favorite here, at least a favorite to win, After hitting twice, the other way definitely not. Right. Yeah, no, I remember, maybe it was you who told me that recently. But it depends on the score, and it definitely depends on the position. So yeah, I usually don't think in terms of like live cube take points. Anyways, I do get away with this double hit play. I put stuff together. I wasn't sure about hitting with the... Normally I would just hit with the 1 and hope for the best, be an optimist. But the score gave me a lot of pause, right? Because hitting again, it both wins and loses more gammons. Gammons purely only go one way here because he's already doubled me. So I do this more conservative thing that doesn't win as much. It doesn't get gammon as much. Computer thinks it's close. I luckily run. Slightly better way to disengage here, I guess. Yeah, I don't really get this. So the spare on the 6 is pretty attractive. Get a spare in the 6 here. Yeah, 13. I used to I still do this stuff, but I used to do like stuff like 13-6 more often. Because I'm going to have to pay the shot eventually anyways. But yeah, I noticed like the race is a big factor here. Like I'm only up in the race a little bit. So if I get away with the risky play here, it's not that good for me because the race is still very close. So yeah, I don't leave anything. And also play somewhat productively in the inner board to like not leave the shots. And yeah, here you want to block. The race is still close, so you want to block. You want to take more of a blocking approach. Yes, splitting off did seem a little weird, but the computer doesn't mind it too much. Well, they have the 2 blots. But I roll a grade 5-5. Grade 3-1, taking him out of the race. Bear off, even though it looks a little awkward. Like say I roll a 6-1 here, that's not a blot number, but 6-1 Dan's is a million blot numbers. So the computer actually doesn't mind paying 2 blot numbers. to spread out the checkers, I can buy it. And then I just win. Good. All right, well, this was pretty fun and instructive. Yeah, thanks for chatting, guys. Yeah, good comments. Yeah, I think I did learn a few things. Hope you did too. And for those watching in the future, hope you got something out of this. And I will see you next time.